Alright, just leaving the laundromat and going to the car wash to vacuum the car now. So I was just thinking about like how it wasn't that long ago that we were like, you know, living in caves, and in the cave at one time somebody came up with the idea for a door. Then sometime later on, they came up with the apparatus of a thing that you could lock the door. And then you could lock the door, if you were leaving, you could lock the door with something special that only you would have that identified your door being the key. You know, all of this shit just didn't, like, happen. But when you start to think back about what you're saying, like when you go to sleep at night or when you leave your house, you're saying the world is such a fucked up place that there's a chance that some human somewhere could stumble in to my, you know, to my home, which you have every right to protect legally. I don't, you know, better check your state laws and everything, but, you know, you can protect, you know, and that's why it's so fundamentally sound that you are able to protect yourself with, you know, et cetera, et cetera. When you think about it, though, it's like, it's fucking crazy that you even have to, like, do that, you know? And, you know, my grandparents were telling me a long time ago, like, you didn't lock your, we had locks. We would leave the door open, like, in the summertime with just the screen door, and 9 times out of 10, you know, it would be unlocked, you know, and somebody could easily cut it and get in and da-da-da-da-da. Not that, I mean, don't get me wrong, you're taking a chance then, but things are just such a different, you know, and you think about the beginning of, like, guns and weapons and shit. Like, this is perfect for food. Now we can, instead of, you know, clubbing a bear to death, we can just kaboom. And then how long did it take for it to go, you know what? You know what we could do with this? If somebody gives us a fucking hard time or they don't want to fall in line, we'll develop something really good and we'll take it even further and further and further. And it's just like, you know, I don't know, it's just fucking crazy that it even has to, you know, it even has to be a thing that exists. You know what I mean? I don't know, that's just the way I think about things sometimes. Maybe I did too many mushrooms a couple years ago, I don't know.